workers have started receiving their COVID-19 booster shots today. Senior citizens and immunocompromised individuals are up next later this month. The Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte tandem for 2022 is now official. Analysts weigh in on the pros and cons of the powerhouse team-up. Meanwhile, presidential bet Bongbong Marcos is facing yet another petition seeking to disqualify him from next year's polls. In entertainment, your friendly neighborhood superhero is back. The trailer for SpiderMan No Way Home is out, showing all too familiar faces. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. Health workers have started receiving their booster shots today. A third jab for other priority groups are also slated to kick off later this month. Greg Gregorio with the rest of the story.
Some doctors, nurses, and other hospital staff at the National Kidney and Transplant Institute were early in line this morning for their booster shots. Among them is Nurse Rufa, who calls this a big day for health workers like her.
This is a major step para sa safety ng mga healthcare workers. So, I feel blessed na
Nurse Rufa and other medical frontliners from NKTI were among the first batch of health workers who received Sinovac jabs last March. Now, they're also the first ones to get the booster shots.
being in the frontliner, kailangan walang magkakasakit sa amin. Kasi walang mag-aalaga sa mga tao.
Under the guidelines, vaccine recipients who got Pfizer, Moderna, Sinovac, Sputnik V, and AstraZeneca at least 6 months ago are already eligible for booster doses. For those who got the Janssen jab, a 3-month interval is needed. Health Secretary Francisco Duque said booster shots are crucial to address waning immunity against the virus. Some doctors who are assigned to COVID-19 wards say the booster shots give them a bit more peace of mind.
Panatag yung loob mo pag pumupunta ka, nag-duty ka, kasi alam mo na meron kang protection talaga.
Tataas ulit yung titers namin, yung antibodies namin. So, added protection yun para sa amin.
300 healthcare workers got their Pfizer vaccine as booster shots at the NKTI today. The hospital targets to finish inoculating 2,000 health workers by next week. 4 vaccine brands are currently allowed to be used as booster shots. These are Pfizer, Moderna, Sinovac, and AstraZeneca. Recipients may choose either the same brand as their initial doses or go for a different vaccine.
The safest is probably a homologous vaccine, lalo na kung may history of allergy.
The health department aims to administer booster shots among 1.7 million health workers in 2 weeks. The government is also looking to senior citizens and immunocompromised individuals in the rollout within the month. Meanwhile, the target for the booster rollout for the rest of the population will be in 2022. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
The National Task Force Against COVID-19 says that private establishments can require face shields, regardless of the alert level status. In an interview with us here on One News, NTF spokesman Restituto Padilla Jr. says that as long as the 3 C's are present, face shields can be required. 3 C's stands for confined, crowded, and close contact areas. Face shields may also be required in public transportation with inadequate ventilation. LGUs can also reinstate or remove the face shield requirement depending on the situation on the ground. President Duterte announced earlier this week that face shields are no longer mandatory in areas under alert levels 1 to 3.
I would recommend that we still carry it along with us so that if we enter into areas that exhibit the 3 characteristics that we mentioned, we can still use it.
Marcos and the Duterte are joining forces for the 2022 national elections. Analysts say This could have both positive and negative impacts on their candidacies. Dale De Vera with the report.
It's official. Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte will run as a tandem in the 2022 polls. On Tuesday, Marcos confirmed that their parties Partido Federal ng Pilipinas and Lakas CMD had agreed to team up. This came hours after Sara admitted seeking the support of his father's party, PDP Laban.
Ang aking partido ay nakipag-alyansa at humingi ng suporta para kay Bongbong Marcos at para sa akin. Matapos kong tanggapin ang inyong hamon at panawagan. Tinanggihan ito ng PDP at naiintindihan natin ito.
PDP Laban Secretary Melvin Matibag told 1PH that their focus is on Senator Bongo. He said they are now more united after Go decided to run for president under allied party Federalismo ng Dugong Dakilang Samahan.
Marami pong mga speculation, marami po nagsasabing ganyan, pero sa partido po kasi hindi na po siguro namin pag-usapan yung mga nakaraan, kundi sa ngayon po yung partido ang itinutulak nga yung kandidatura po ni Senator Bongo bilang Pangulo.
Now that it's official, what does it mean to see a Marcos-Duterte tandem in the upcoming elections? A UP professor said that two will boost each other, considering their known bailiwicks. Marcos hails from Northern Luzon, while Sara, as a Duterte, is popular in Mindanao.
She also wants to win. And she's not assured of the support of the father, and the best way to have resources would be to be Bongbong's vice presidential candidate. Wala naman siya ibang pupuntahan.
But another expert says President Duterte endorsing Senator Go instead of Bongbong Marcos will have implications, particularly on her daughter's bid for a seat in Malacanang.
Between the two, sa tingin ko, baka mas magkaroon ng impact yung galing kay Presidente Duterte. Oo, kung mag-e-endorse siya.
On the other hand, analysts said the divisiveness among admin-allied bets could benefit Vice President Leni Robredo. However, they said Marcos's wide lead in surveys still poses a problem for Robredo. For News 5, Dale De Vera, we are One News.
One group of martial law victims filed a new petition to disqualify Bongbong Marcos from the 2022 presidential race. The group campaigned against the return of the Marcoses and martial law, or KARMA, cited Marcos's previous tax conviction as a ground for disqualification. The petitioners argued that Marcos should not be allowed to run after being convicted of violating the Internal Revenue Code. So far, two petitions seeking to cancel Marcos's candidacy as president have been lodged before the COMELEC. The poll body is set to discuss these petitions on November 26. Let's check in on other developments in Philippine politics. The COMELEC has issued a resolution on the gun ban covering the election period, effective January 9 to June 8, 2022. The poll body says carrying and transporting firearms and other deadly weapons are prohibited unless authorized by the Commission. Vice presidential aspirant Sara Duterte has accepted the chairmanship of her party, Lakas CMD. The Davao City Mayor says she is looking forward to a successful campaign with her running mate, Bongbong Marcos. Senator Bong Revilla earlier offered the post to Mayor Sara. We'll be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department logged nearly 1,200 fresh COVID-19 infections today. That has brought the country's caseload to above 2,820,000, some 23,000 of which are still active. 37 duplicates were removed from the count. At least 300 more patients were confirmed dead from the virus, bringing the death toll to over 46,000. On the other hand, recoveries have surged to more than 2,750,000, with 2,700 more survivors logged today. Around 3% of more than 33,500 individuals who were recently tested for COVID-19 were found to be positive for the coronavirus. The official trailer for the upcoming film SpiderMan No Way Home was released today, unleashing a multiverse of villains. Tom Holland reprises his role as Spider-Man for the third movie installment. Previous villains from other Spider-Man films, including the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, and Electro, will all appear in the film. SpiderMan No Way Home is set to premiere in the Philippines on January 8th.
Hello, Peter. You're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
Let's take a quick look at today's other top stories. Agriculture group CNAG is urging the government to ban all chicken and poultry imports amid recent reports of bird flu outbreaks in other countries. The group says this should be done until the Agriculture Department can fully implement border inspections on all imported agri and food products. The group also noted bird flu outbreaks in China, Japan, South Korea, as well as in parts of Europe. The Food and Drug Administration has approved the Emergency Use Authorization, or EUA, of Covovax, the COVID-19 vaccine developed by American biotech company Novavax. FDA Director General Eric Domingo said Covovax has an efficacy rate of 89.7%. Covovax is administered in 2 doses with an interval of about 21 days. And the MMDA is preparing for the first ever fluvial parade for the annual Metro Manila Film Festival. The parade is happening at the Pasig River and will pass by 5 cities. The parade will be replacing the traditional motorcade that is held every MMFF season. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.